to understand this powerful concept and symbol. Think about it. How many of you think of this as your spiritual home? What would it be like if you were spiritually homeless? I find that a terrifying thought. But what does that mean? Does that mean this building is our spiritual home? It's been here since 1922, but there was one here before. You see what I mean? Do you understand how rich and complicated the idea is? Yes, we need to do something like this, and we should do it every year. I think that after we do home next year, the year after that, I know what I would like us to do. Women, historically, put to one side, and yet the key, perhaps, to our salvation as a planet. You see, beneath all these things that I'm talking to you about, this desire to expand our Sunday, to welcome other faiths within us, to reach out and engage something at a deep level with our hands, maybe building, listening, studying, praying. Beneath all of these things is something deeper that I keep trying to give you. People tell me I shouldn't apologize, but I got to tell you, the vision I carry in my head is so large, I can't carry it myself. It's too big. It's too hard. But one part of that is that I long for a church, a community, a congregation of spiritual activists. And I mean activists in every sense of the word, because I think religion is too passive in general. In most churches, you have to agree to a certain series of principles, and once you say yes to that, you're done. Very passive. You attend services. If you go to the right ones, you're okay with God. That's still pretty passive to me. Just show up. Some would call those churches come, receive, and leave churches. And the other part of passivity is don't do, and the next list is very long. In other words, don't do things. Don't do that. Don't. It encourages passivity. And I believe religion, when it's best, is not passive, it's active. It makes you want to get up in the morning. It makes you want to do things. It makes you capable of bearing the grief of loss and the aggrievedness of injustice, not because you have to put up with them, but because they can weigh you down to the point where you become passive and say, I can't do this anymore. I'll just go to work, send in my pledge, and stay in bed. That's not an available option in this world. It just is not available, and it's not an available option for liberal, liberating religion. I dream of a community of spiritual activists actively thinking, learning, reaching out to find things they don't know because they know that their brain is still not full and they need to find stuff. I believe in people who are spiritually active, who care about their souls, meaning their hearts, meaning their lives, in a way that they go and wonder and ponder and find ways to live with more integrity, not just more automatically, who think about every day as it matters, because every day does matter. Do you not remember the E.E. Cummings poem? And today is the sun's birthday. And it will die again tonight, and it will come back. You get a new life every day. You're going to do something with it or not. That's spiritual activism. And finally, a neighborly activism that says, I cannot be at rest if my neighbor is hungry, if my city is struggling, if my nation is on the wrong track, if the world is destroying itself in the longing for money and power. That doesn't mean you rail and yell and scream, but it means you have to be engaged. You must be part. I believe liberal religion is by definition an active life. Actively learning, actively pondering, actively praying, actively living. Look at our principles as I have given them to you year after year, to the point where you are numbingly familiar with them. Free the mind, grow the soul, change the world. You grammarians out there, you understand those are imperative phrases. They're not optional. You must do them or they will not get done. No one can free your mind for you. You have to do it yourself. No one will grow your soul for you. You have to do it yourself. No one will change the world for you. You have to do it yourself. It's hard doing this. Damned hard. And yeah, it's okay to say damn to this church. That's the dream I have, of a community eager to be active. And I wish I had the powers to mobilize you like Ted Haggard, for example. Well, no, maybe not like him. I pray every week. I every week pray that somehow some spirit, whatever its name is, will come and flow into you like it did on the day of Pentecost in that fabled time, and that you will rise up and say, oh man, I can't wait to learn that. Oh, I want to do that. Oh, I want to be that. I can't make that happen. And I got to tell you, if you do make that happen, you will be wondering a lot of things, because it'll only make your life harder, and who knows who wants to make their life harder. But it will be a life. It will be a real life, a real life, not a walking through and getting it life. It'll be a living life. So I want you to want that. I pray for you to want that. I can't make you want it, but that's, oh, dear God, that's what I want. So help me. Help me help you want this. To want to expand our lives so that more can share it, to invite in the world's religions so that we can grow with them, to get out into the world and hammer the house upright, to deliver the women from their slavery, to make our lives alive. Help me do that. And I'll tell you how you can do it right now. If you want to make Sundays into a great place for everyone, you need to talk to my colleague Matthew. He's going to be working on that. Help him. Help create teams and ideas and plans, if that's what you're good at, or say, I'll be there and I'll do it. And if you're not the planning sort, tell them that, hey, I can preach. Yes, you can. I can sing, I can teach, I can play, I can paint, I can hammer, I can read, I can smile and cheer when the going gets tough. Tell him, tell me, tell each other. I know there's no guarantee of success. We could screw it up one more time, and God knows, like Thomas Alva Edison, who tried to create the light bulb, he went through 10,000 filaments before he found one that worked. You can make a lot of mistakes before you find the way out of things. Excuse me? 10,000, did I say? Maybe it was too much. It was a whole lot. And every time one of them didn't work, he said, now we know one more we don't have to test. You know, we all want that moment of inspiration that'll come and deliver us. But as Edison reminded us, and Coolidge told us too, genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. There is effort involved here, and failure is very real. But I am here to tell you this much, and I hope you can find some joy in this, because I do, because it gets me up and gets me out every week into this room, even when I don't know if I'm going to make it through the day. There is no guarantee of success, and dreams may not change the reality we have, but reality will never change without dreams. Our dreams may not come true, but reality will never become different if we do not dream first. Help me dream, friends. Help me believe that this church can be alive. Alive in ways that we have not yet dreamed. And I can tell you this much, if we start now, September will be very exciting indeed. And may it be.